It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I tell you all about it when I see you again.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. Whenever you've lost an argument, right, it's best not to double or triple down. You're just going to dig yourself a bigger hole. But you can't fix stupid, and there's no fixing Joe Biden. After a weekend of nightmarish public appearances and truly smooth-brained behavior on national TV interviews that left the entire nation cringing and wondering, what the literal F did this guy just say? Joe Biden's back for more this morning. In what seemed to be a rather rushed appearance, Joe Biden called in to his favorite morning show, Morning Joe. And it was the hosts who were actually in mourning for Joe Biden's cognitive state, as Joe Biden proved that he's 100% mentally handicapped, while having a total and complete meltdown on the program. And I'm telling you, truly a meltdown. Joe Biden began screaming live during the show. Like this. This is a 100% authentic, unedited clip from the program here. This is what Joe Biden said on live national TV.
Look, the country, the rest of the world is looking, our Prime Minister.
You heard that right. You heard that right. Here's Joe Biden talking about his interactions with foreign leaders, and he just screams. He just has like a seizure.
Prime Minister with the look, the country, the rest.
With the Diaga? What the hell is he talking about?
Minister with the
He did it multiple times. And can anybody discern what the hell Joe Biden's saying here?
I mean, look, this is a guy who says 10% of the universe. Yeah, I want to get into it. He's just a liar.
What? He does it again.
He says 10% of the universe. Yeah, I want to get into it. He's just
Joe
a liar.
Biden sounds like he's in pain. Okay? Joe Biden sounds like he's actually literally in pain. Now, Joe Biden couldn't do this on live TV, like joining like any adult would, right? Or anybody who's fighting for his political life, because he had to read from a list. Joe Biden can't have teleprompters on live TV. And so Joe Biden has to use lists in order to make his points for him. You can hear Joe Biden, you can audibly hear Joe Biden flipping through the pages of his talking points while he's on the phone.
Nobody said anything.
Listen.
Nobody said anything except me and the folks out there in the local, race.
Can you hear? You can hear the stapled piece of paper flip as Joe Biden gets through his script. And it didn't just happen once, kind of like Joe Biden screaming in a seizure. It happened multiple times. Listen.
I think he encouraged Russia going in. I mean, I'm reading from the list of lies. First of all, he was made up quotes, suckers and losers. I was with it. He called the Americans in the cemeteries from World War I suckers and losers. And so this guy's going to have to start to answer for what he did.
I'm reading from a list of lies. Is he talking about his own talking points? You can hear the papers ruffling around, like shuffling around in the background. What an absolute and total cluster. It's so bad, in fact, that Joe Biden was asked directly to his face. I guess not to his face, because he's technically not on camera or in studio. They wouldn't dare. But he was asked by his biggest cheerleaders, Mika Brzezinski, if he's going to have another episode like he did on national TV during the debate.
How can you assure the American people that you won't have another night like the one you did in Atlanta?
Look at my career. I've not had many of those nights. It was a terrible night, and I really regret it happened. But the fact of the matter is, How can you assure you're going to be on faith that can intervene on your way to go to, work tomorrow?
Okay, so Joe Biden threatens the host. How can you be sure you're going to make it into work tomorrow? Lady, with the husband, also named Joe. I've stolen somebody else's wife before. Joe Biden did actually literally steal somebody else's wife, and Joe Biden's the babysitter. Just a reminder, always the babysitter. Joe Biden continues to babysit Joe Biden, even though he clearly has either Parkinson's disease and some type of horrible mental decline. Joe Biden was asked directly about that.
You've been tested for any age-related illnesses, pre-Parkinson's, or anything like that, that might explain sort of having a night like that where you couldn't finish sentences.
Look. I had, before I was feeling so badly before the debate. When I came back, they tested me for, I thought maybe I had COVID, maybe there was something wrong, I had an infection or something. They tested me, they gave me those tests, I was clear. So, but look, I had a bad night. But the fact of the matter is, look at what I'm doing. I mean, let me put it this way. If there was something that was wrong that night, it's not like it comes and that's one night and it goes away. That's why I've been out. I've been testing myself, been testing everywhere I go, going out and making the case. The night of that debate, I went out. I was out till 2 o'clock in the morning that very night. That very night. It drives me nuts, people talking about this.
Listen to Joe Biden get so angry and defensive here. It's delicious. It's so amazing. Joe Biden getting so furious that people are asking about his health. And we've heard from people who have strong connections to the DNC that this is the thing that pisses Joe Biden off the very most. Joe Biden said that he thought he had COVID. He thought he had some type of horrible viral infection. So then why the hell did he go to a Waffle House that night, crouch in the doorway, and start like licking people's waffles? Why would Joe Biden be doing this? This is what Joe Biden was doing. Joe Biden said that he was tested for COVID, and then he goes up and does this. Like, okay, what like Joe Biden says he has such a debilitating viral, at least he thinks viral infection. He feels so bad that he didn't even want to debate. He wanted to get a COVID test, and then he shows up at Waffle House in a predominantly black neighborhood in Atlanta to go dap people up and what? Like spread whatever disgusting virus he has through his like sick, cretinous, syphilitic hands? Oh, it's just gross. Joe Biden clearly hates the American people. Joe Biden was asked also about Donald Trump and about what he's going to do to beat Donald Trump, and he decided to make a Trump joke. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means this, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm curious, is that an allusion also to Donald Trump and the fact that Democrats, you believe, may now be doing the same thing that Donald Trump tried to do in 2020, and that is overthrow the popular will of Democratic voters?
Well, look, Joe, let me say it this way. The reason I've been out on the road so much all over the country, and while Trump is riding around in a golf cart, filling out his golf cart before he even hits the ball. But anyway, he hadn't been anywhere in 10 days. I've been all...
Look at Mika Brzezinski, like her nervous laughter. So the joke here as written was probably Trump fills out his golf card before he hits the ball. That's how like as though you're cheating, right? Okay, got it. So this is the big one-liner that they came up with for Donald Trump. Listen to Joe Biden butcher it, and then listen to the nervous laughter from the sycophant hosts.
And while Trump is riding around in his golf cart, filling out his golf cart before he even hits the ball. But anyway, he hadn't been anywhere in 10 days. I've been...
Okay. This is clearly the video that Joe Biden is talking about here. There was a video of Donald Trump on his golf cart. Donald Trump has been very silent because, of course, you don't interrupt your enemies when they're making a mistake. And Donald Trump talking mad shit about Joe Biden. It's really funny.
So much. How did I do with the debate the other night? Oh, amazing. Kicked that old broken down pile of crap. Yeah. It's a bad guy. He just quit, you know. He's quitting the race. Is that right? Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic. It's so amazing. It's just so bad. So I just can't imagine. But can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man, a very tough guy. And they see him. They probably he can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting. Good. Yeah, that's amazing.
Ooh, this pissed off Joe Biden so much. It pissed off Joe Biden so much that he had to make a joke about it. Pissed off Joe Biden so much that he had to like yell and scream on TV about it. And then he had a message to party elites inside of the Democratic Party who want him to drop out.
The American public is not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One, to rebuild the economy for hardworking middle-class people, give everybody a shot. Just a straight shot. Everybody gets a fair chance, number one. Number two, remember all this talk about how I don't have the black support? Come on, give me a break. Come with me. Watch. I'm getting so frustrated by the elites. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, but about the elites in the party who they know so much more. If any of these guys don't think I should run against me, go ahead, announce for president. Challenge me at the convention.
Run against me. Have you ever heard Joe Biden? So, I mean, he's really angry. They try really hard to, like, keep him under wraps, right? And keep his, like, temper down. Here's Joe Biden, like, just going in. Just screaming. I mean, literally screaming.
I mean, look, this is a guy who says 10% of the universe. I want to get into it. Minister with the guy. Anyway, look, the country, the rest of the world.
It's so funny. The meltdown is so incredibly delicious. The reactions to this, of course, as you would expect, really funny on X. I'm not a political consultant, but I think Biden screaming on Morning Joe isn't going to soothe any souls about his condition. He's easily angered, and this is a symptom of his condition. Joe Biden screaming and having a full-blown meltdown on Morning Joe, daring his party members to challenge him for the nomination. Not a great look. GOP is 100% unified around Trump. Joe Biden on Morning Joe is just untranscribable. So there's a political professional who thought Joe Biden calling into Morning Joe was a good idea. So the telephone interview, because Joe Biden can't do regular interviews anymore and has to use paper to flip through. In an interview with Morning Joe, Joe Biden just admitted, "I'm reading from a list," as he tries to rattle off talking points. It's not good. Screaming incoherently from a list. Joe Biden goes, LMFAO, Joe Biden goes on Morning Joe for a live interview and starts rambling incoherently. "I made a big mistake." From the host, the reaction. Biden was yelling his brains out this morning out the elites trying to challenge him for the nomination. Now that that's all over, is he calling for a challenge? This would be hilarious. Let's see. Let's have him challenge it. So Joe Biden started off by clearly reading from a script, but it only took a few questions for him to get angry and shouting. The phone is distorting, and he sounds absolutely unhinged. That's right. He sounds even worse. And here, of course, is one of the Obama podcast bros saying the message absolutely sucks, angry, defensive, lashing out at all the wrong people. Just please talk about voter concerns and how you'll address them. That's all. What a nightmare. And I'm so sorry for you people at Waffle House. I am so sorry for this guy. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the collapse is delicious. Join us for all of it. Like, share, and subscribe here. It's your boy Benny. See ya.
Oh, I gotta poop! Bro, I gotta poop, bro. Oh, bro, let's go. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Fuck. Yo, get out of the car. I'm trying. Ah, fuck. Out of the car.